So I think there's probably a number of reasons for it, and certainly don't want to touch any political points in this. I do think that there is a populist type thing where a very easy message to get across is China bad, and so you say, well, most of our pharmaceuticals come from China, and so it's very easy for folks to just say, well, that's not good. Let's just stop that, right? Without truly understanding all of the details that involves. And so I think with that, there is, there's a push to do that particular thing. I think that there's been other things that are truly extremely important to, let's say, national security. And this goes for any country, right? It's not a good idea to be beholden to an adversary who's holding your medications, especially antibiotics, some very large percentage, I don't know exactly what the percentage is, but of the penicillins, cephalosporins, and all the other type things, the vast majority come from China. And it could be very easy for them, to just say, sorry, we're no longer going to send these to you. And there's no infrastructure anywhere else to be able to actually get antibiotic manufacturing up and running on a scale that is similar to what China can do for the rest of the world right now. It's unrealistic. But I don't think people want to say we need to diversify that for sure. And I think it's those kinds of things. They're very well intentioned, and I think if thought about in a rational way, there should be some type of diversification so that we're not almost entirely dependent on an adversary who could turn off a spigot quite quickly.
Right. And to be clear, there are great CDMOs in the United States who have been operating for years and years, and so the options are there. It just is the amount that would have to come in.
It's true.
Vin, any thoughts on this particular question, or you can go somewhere else if you like.
No, it's okay. I think antibiotics is a good example, right? And those are an example of things that are purchased at low cost, right? And to echo Bob's point, there is no infrastructure in the U.S. or even in the West, I don't think, to make all of the antibiotics required, right? If that, is correctly perceived as a risk, that can be addressed on its own, and maybe it should be, right? But again, all right, we decide we're going to build some antibiotic factories, right? How many years will that take? Several, right? To initiate, fund, build, qualify, and start using those facilities. It would take a long time. So we are beholden to China.
Deza, would you like to change the subject or stay with offering a little bit on this?
I think it's all a really good discussion. One element of Biosecure Act that resonates with me has to do with the IP protection.
Right.
And that's something U.S. cannot compromise on. I think IP is the lifeblood of biotechnology and pharma. So we need to do everything in our power to make sure our IP is protected and our IP is truly, truly valued. Otherwise, there's no industry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one thing I would say about Biosecure Act.
The IP implications we didn't talk about a lot. Reza did bring that up, but strategically, I think the Biosecure Act started with the idea that our precious biotechnology company's IP was being stolen. personally, with all the big pharma activity going on in China, with the coordination of the Chinese government and industry and our Western big pharma, if there was that much of a concern of IP, I don't know how we would have the Lillies and you just name a pharma company that is investing in China and it's going on over there. But IP is something that people that are listening here are concerned about.